friends. I was doing a lot of thinking recently, and I also recently heard a video about never give up on your goals. And it was a very inspirational video that I heard from someone else's channel that I follow. And it was definitely a message that I needed to hear right now in my life. And it also made me think about, not only your goals, your dreams, never giving up on those, but also that sometimes in life things take time. And I remember that sometimes in life, or my personality, that I can get overwhelmed really easily. And I had to learn to take each thing that I had to overcome in small baby steps in my mind, because it would be really easy for me to get overwhelmed. It's just my personality, and maybe many other people out there are like that as well. And yeah, so I got to thinking, because right now I have so much to do, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed, and so I got to thinking about some things in my past that I have had to overcome, and a couple situations where it was very overwhelming for me. And all I did is just kept focusing on one small little step first, It reminded me of something that I ended up reading, and it said, if you were to look at all the food that you were going to have to eat in your lifetime, you would get overwhelmed. Even when we like food, you'd be going, oh my gosh, there's just no way that I could even think about eating that much food. But because we eat one meal at a time, each day at a time, it's more enjoyable, right? We enjoy our food, we can, savor it, and it's a better experience. And I think sometimes we still have to think about it that way with circumstances that happen in our life. Not to go too far ahead of what needs to be done, but to be focusing on dealing with things one step at a time, one meal at a time. Same thing happened when I got to thinking about, I went through the animal behavior college, and I don't do good when it comes to essay questions, writing things out. And I got to my finals, and I knew it was going to be pretty challenging. And I remember taking some time off of work. I took vacation time at that particular time to get through it. And I had like 35 essay questions I had to answer, and I had to write out scenarios of animal or fixing animal behaviors. So they had to be, sometimes even each essay question had to be detailed, written out of a scenario of a behavioral issue. And then I had 80 multiple choice questions. But especially the essay ones, I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to get through this? It was very overwhelming. And I remember even laying down on my bed just going, oh my gosh, how am I going to get through this? This is really challenging. And once you get it in action, I think too, you had a certain time frame to get it finished too. And so then I had to pick myself back up, and I had to say, okay, I got to tackle this one question at a time. And you can bounce between the multiple choice and the essay. So I did like a couple multiple choice, an essay, couple multiple choice, an essay. And I just kind of did it like that. And it didn't have to be all done in one day. And it got easier and a little easier and a little easier. And I started to flow through it and got it done, And then I ended up graduating with honors. And so, it just, even though I was overwhelmed and I didn't even think I was even going to get it finished, but I did. And I even graduated with honors. And so, I've been thinking about, as I'm in this roommate situation, and I know you guys don't know everything in detail that I have to do while I'm here and the things that I have to take care of. I have some personal things that I have to take care of that I'm not putting out there on YouTube, and then some things that I am sharing. But things can get overwhelming. I mean, when I first got here, I kind of laid on the bed for, I don't know how many days, and overwhelmed, and how am I going to get through this? And then when the roommate situation became a little more difficult, how am I going to get through this? And then I started to think about, oh my gosh, one meal at a time, right? One day at a time, one meal at a time. And I started to pick myself back up again, and then Kent started sending me pictures as motivation of what's laying out ahead of me, and that picked up my spirits. I did the video, and everybody, said the comments and encouragements, and they're all just like those little meals that I needed to see, and with motivation, where I can give motivation back to everybody else out there. And because I think sometimes in life we're all hit with overwhelming amounts of circumstances close together that we have to conquer and overcome. And if we look at it all at once, it could be overwhelming. But if we can step back and breathe and remember, we don't have to tackle it all in one setting, one time. Just tackle one small, fragment of a thing at a time, one situation at a time, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. And before you know it, it'll be all done. It'll be behind us. And so I kind of was thinking that, and how I felt going through my finals with the Animal Behavior College, and how overwhelming it was. But I got through it, and it became behind me, and to graduate with honors. And so I have a lot of things on my plate right now, but that is what I'm remembering. And, I don't have to go too far ahead of myself, and just to do it one little piece at a time, and it'll all get done. And what's waiting for me out ahead of me is to be back on the road, to be reunited with Kent, and to share my journey with you all, and the beauty that's still out there, more for me to see and discover. And I can't wait to get back out there and share more of it. But in the meantime, I still have many other places still yet to release, to share with everybody that I got to see. So anyways, I just thought I would share that. I was just thinking about all this. And so don't give up, and keep pressing forward, okay? And you'll finish too. All right, I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. This is so beautiful. We're watching the sunset and the beautiful colors in the sky as we make our way back. It's so fun getting out and exploring. I do love that. Wow, so spectacular. And then look, this is my favorite mountain out there. So cool. Oregon has got its beauty. Right out here in the desert too, in Central Oregon. Don't have to always go all the way down to Arizona. Got lots of beauty here.